just happened again late this afternoon. The Yankees make a trade with the Chicago Cubs. They acquire Cody Bellinger, former National League MVP, but that was back in 2019. Comes off a season where he was less effective, had a 111 OPS plus. He was much better for the Cubs a year ago, but he's only going into his age 29 season. He can play center field. He can play first base. Versatile, productive, still a good defender, can still run a bit. And the possibilities are high. Ceiling is high with the bat. Here's the deal. Going back the other way is only Cody Poteet, who pitched just 24-plus innings for the Yankees this year. Had a nice 2.22 ERA, but he goes there, and Cody Bellinger comes over as the Yankees also kick in $5 million to a contract where he'll make $27.5 this coming year. Mark Feinsand joins us right now. Mark, what can you tell us about the deal and how it all came about?
Well, the two sides have been talking for a while. They were haggling over the money. The Yankees wanted about $10 million. Cubs didn't want to pay any of the contract. They settled on the $5. So it'll cut down the salary a little bit this year, pay either part of the opt-out, the buyout for next year, or part of the salary. Bellinger's got a $25 million player option for 2026. For the Yankees, this is a good move. You know, they got a lefty bat that should play well at Yankee Stadium. As you mentioned, his versatility in the field leaves them some options moving forward here. They still had vacancies in left field or center field, depending on where they want to play Jason Dominguez, if they want to play Jason Dominguez in center at all. First base, third base. I mean, there's still some holes on this team, but Brian Cashman's been aggressive since losing Juan Soto to the Mets. He added Max Fried to address the starting rotation. He added Devin Williams to address the bullpen. And now he's added Cody Bellinger to help the lineup. It's not going to make up for Juan Soto entirely, but if he plays first, then there's an outfield spot and third base or second base. Jazz Chisholm, another versatile player. So they've got a lot of options moving forward, but Bellinger is certainly a good get for this roster the way it's being constructed.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to characterize quickly because he once had a season that was the equal to anything Juan Soto did. That was 2019. But then he went way downhill. Then he came back, and he was very good 2 years ago. He was pretty good last year. What does the industry think of Bellinger? He's defended pretty well all throughout, but the hitting has gone up and down, Mark. What is the industry saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think people believe Yankee Stadium is going to be a good fit for him. You know, left-handed guys with power certainly seem to thrive in that ballpark with the short right field porch. And I think he's not going to have to come in and be an MVP in the middle of the lineup. I know people are going to say, well, he's not Juan Soto. Well, he's not Juan Soto. But the Yankees also aren't done. There's going to be more, whether it is another outfielder, whether it is a first baseman. I'm not sure by adding $25 million to the payroll this year, plus Max Fried, plus Devin Williams. I'm not sure they're going to necessarily be looking at the Pete Alonsos or Christian Walkers of the world, but there are other first basemen out there, whether it's Paul Goldschmidt, whether it's Carlos Santana, who will be a shorter-term commitment for less money, who can still slot into the lower half of that lineup and be productive. So I don't think you can look at this as a finished product just yet. The Yankees still have some work to do with that lineup, but they had several holes to fill, and Bellinger fills one of them. Where he fills it remains to be seen. And
Bellinger can still hold it down in center field. Is that the plan, to get Judge, his massive frame, save his legs a little bit? Or do you think Judge, being the MVP, wants to play center field? How does that work out?
No, I think Judge moves back to right field. You'll either see Jason Dominguez in center or Bellinger in center. If the Yankees decide Dominguez is not ready to assume an everyday role, then Bellinger, I think, will be in center. If Dominguez has a good spring and shows that he's ready, I could see him in center and Bellinger in left or first base, depending on what the Yankees do. Although you have to think that they're going to have to make that determination prior to spring training, because if you're going to have Bellinger in the outfield, somebody's got to play first base. But like I said, as they look at the market now, whether it's the free agent market or the trade market, Bellinger's versatility gives them some options. Jazz Chisholm's versatility gives them some options. They can look at a second baseman or a third baseman. But I think regardless of how this plays out, I would expect to see Aaron Judge back in right field this year.
All right, one last thing, and Mark, I don't know if you've done the math on this, but Fried, was getting about $27 million. Devin Williams, they just traded for, and now Bellinger comes over, and even with some salary relief, it's over $22 million on his salary. Are the Yankees up near 300? Are they way over the luxury tax? Where are they, and what does that mean for what they can still do?
I haven't done the math on the full salary yet. They did have a bunch of salaries come off the books this year with Soto, with Rizzo, Verdugo. So there was a lot of money coming off the books. Bellinger, like you said, is going to be about 22 and a half this year. I'm sorry, 25 this year. Fried 27, Devin Williams in arbitration. Figure that's about 60, a little more than 60 million for the three of them. I know a lot of people looked when Juan Soto went to the Mets and said, well, now the Yankees have $760 million to spend. That was over 15 years. So that's not exactly the way to look at it. But there are still more holes to fill. Hal Steinbrenner has shown the commitment to making sure this team has what it takes to get back to the World Series next year. So whether they're at 3 million, over 3 million, I don't think they're done.
All right, yeah, even, Fried plus Bellinger is 49. That's less than the 51 for Soto, if you want to look at it that way. I didn't want to make you do math right away, that quickly. Thank you, Mark.
Math is not my strength here, BK.
You did fine. Mark, thank you so much.